All right, show me what you got, buddy. Please don't hurt too much. Oh, God. Oh, brother, you care not for anything I'm doing to you. Okay. I got a nice beat there. That felt pretty good, to be honest. That felt pretty good. I'm alright with that. They love their card counters. Yeah, they do. Dang, bro. We got a rude boy. Jerk. Okay. One sec. Sitterip. Hey, very cool. Good luck. Good luck. Any tips for a biking newbie? So, what I would recommend for a person new to motorcycles is, first of all, of course, take a motorcycle school. Go to a course, go to a class, learn how to properly ride a motorcycle. Always dress for the slide, not the ride. Whenever you go out on your motorcycle, you want to be dressed for the time that you're sliding along the pavement at 50 miles per hour. Not with how good you look in your sunglasses and your short sleeve shirt and your shorts. You always want to wear stuff that covers your ankles. You want to make riding leather pants, armored above, and a good solid helmet. The last thing I'll say, spend at least 10 hours on your bike riding around your house. Don't get on major highways. Don't do any, like, you need to just get fundamentally and fully comfortable turning your bike quickly, turning your bike in small areas, just slowly ride around your driveway, working on turning in the shortest amount possible while having the most control, that kind of thing. And the last thing I'm going to say, when you are riding a motorcycle, you have a superpower. You are an actual superhero from the Marvel Universe. You are the Invisible Man, and your superpower is always active. When you are riding your motorcycle, you need to act like you are the Invisible Man and no one else can see you, even if they are making eye contact with you. When someone pulls up to pull out in front of you, you slow down. It doesn't matter if they're staring at you. You slow down and be ready to turn off that road until you are past them. When you're at an intersection, unless someone waves you on, you are on 100% high alert until you are through that intersection. So that is the biggest risk you have as a motorcyclist is not you. It is the other people on the road, and it is up to you to mitigate their risk. So when a car is coming towards you at 60 miles an hour and you happen to notice they're looking at their phone, you're not focused straight ahead of you. You're looking at every direction around you for the out you're going to drive on if that car swerves into your lane. That's how that works. Motorcycle riding is not an enjoyable, stress-free experience if you are doing it properly. Because you are constantly at full 100% awareness, making sure you don't die. There you go. And again, not just you, other people. The Doble says, wow, that sounds miserable. For me, it is one of my favorite things to do in this world. And let me tell you why. You don't have a phone.
Good show.
You're constantly having to worry about not dying. And for me, that is a meditative experience. My brain is not allowed to think about anything else except the ride, how it feels, and everything going on around me. And as somebody who would love to meditate but has a really hard time doing it, riding motorcycles is one of the only things in my life that actually gets me like a Zen state. Yep. So there you go. That's why some of us do it. There you go. What bikes do I have? I have a Ducati Supersport 950S, a Ninja 1000 SX, a Ninja H2 SX SE, and a BMW 1250 RS. Oh. There we go. Dude, that is so nice versus these guys. Hell yeah. Still waiting for the arch. Still waiting for the arch. But the arch isn't really a motorcycle. The arch is more of like an artwork. So, it's still on the way. Yep. It's still on the way. It's been 5 years. Yep. H2 SX SE, more like H2 Sexy. Well, funny enough, the H2 SX SE is like the dad version of the H2, which is hilarious. It has all the electronics in it that they stripped out for the track version. It has a wider seat. It has a more comfortable sitting stance. It's awesome. It's like the dad version of the racing H2. It's great. It's got all the same engines, but it's like got all the comfort electronics and a much more comfortable sitting position. Yeah, I love it. We never went in there. What is this? Did I miss a drop down somewhere? Oh, it's dropping through the elevator. Okay. Thoughts on the CF Moto newer Taiwan brand bikes that came to US? Great for beginners. I don't know anything about them. I've not seen them. I'll look into them though. It's cool. I will. Oh, one last thing I'll say to that motorcycle guy. Please keep in mind that a Ninja 500 is a really, really heavy starting bike. And just keep in mind, that's a little more advanced than I would recommend for beginners. I started on a 650 and it was too much. I laid that bike down in a week. So yeah, it's definitely a situation where if you're starting on like a Ninja 500, anything above a 250 really, take it slow. Take it real slow. Take it real slow. Really learn to throttle control. And most importantly, learn to panic with your left hand on the clutch and not your right hand on the throttle. That is one of the biggest gotchas for beginners, is they panic on the throttle and not the clutch. So, yeah. Make sure you really learn. The first thing that ever happens when you are concerned on a motorcycle is the clutch goes down. Yep. Ride the blade to the second floor. Thank you. The best thing's not to panic? Well, of course. Yeah, but that, unfortunately, I hate to say it, that comes with experience. Yeah. It'd be nice if you could just turn off panicking, right? It's not this one. Is it the other one? LOL, V-Star 950 for first bike, heavy but never dropped 4 years later. Hey, some people never drop, and good for you, man. But a lot of people will drop many, many, many times. So... it's great if that's not you, but yeah, unfortunately, that's not everybody. What's up, Lance? Hey, thank you, Lance, for the raid. Subs. Love this channel with hearts. Show these raiders we won't take any guff from these swine. Yeah, appreciate the raid there, Lance. Lance, by the way, Lance is cool. He's a super weird, awesome dude. Super into anime and stuff. But what I love about Lance is that he's the guy, if you've ever heard of like Bloodborne being broken open, and like free cam and 60 FPS Bloodborne and all that kind of stuff, that's Lance. He's the guy that does that. So he like, I think, Lance, did you make the Elden, I think you just did, you got an Elden Ring free cam working, didn't you? But yeah, stuff is awesome. I love that Lance does that stuff. He's one of the only ones that does. But if you're interested, and mods, feel free to let him do this. If you're interested, definitely follow Lance on Twitter, because anytime he like breaks one of these things open, he tends to post about it. And yeah, there's some really cool stuff in there. So anyway, appreciate the raid, buddy. Thank you for it. Okay, we should probably let's go hit the grace real quick. Let's go hit the faith. You missed that Ciderip hit a 50 bomb for answering that bike question. Well, thank you, dude. My lord, that was totally unnecessary. Thank you, Ciderip. Thank you. Very nice of you. Oh yeah, no. These days they have these bikes called they're not called tricycles. They have a certain name for them. They're the Spider. If bikers know what I'm talking about. They've got 2 wheels in the front and 1 in the back. And these Spiders are actually getting really, really common for older riders because your knees and your legs don't need to work well to ride these. I guess are they just called trikes? Is that what they call them? Can-Ams? Yeah. So it's interesting because like you're starting to see these things everywhere. Not slingshots. Slingshots are cars. I'm talking about they're bicycles with 2 wheels in the front. Yep. Not quite the oh Lord. Oh God. Oh, I hate this thing. Hi. 1 sec. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is actually doing some decent damage. Ow. Nice. The complete lack of being able to poison, though, is a little rough for us. We got it. Great. Awesome. Another big old bearing there. Let's go see what this one is. This is a ghost glove ward, that one, though, so not too big of a deal. Coffins Gaming, I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, the arch for me, I was one of the people that back in the day got a very lucrative contract from Twitch. I was one of the first when they were having like the streamer wars. I got a very nice contract from Twitch, and the arch was kind of like my celebratory present to myself. I always wanted to get my joke growing up. When people would ask me, "What do you want?" You know, you won the lottery. What's the first thing you do? My joke is that I had always had said, since I saw it, basically. Oh, I won the lottery? Cool. I'm going to get myself a real version of the Akira bike. Said that for like 15 years of my life. Oh, what would I do? The motorcycle from Akira. I'd have a real one made. That's what I do. And over time, you know, in my 20s and early 30s came, and I just kind of, you know, other things came up, stopped thinking about it. And then when I played Cyberpunk for the first time,
not optional,
and saw the arch in Cyberpunk, and then realized I could buy one, and then realized I could actually afford it with my new Twitch contract, like all the stars aligned. And I was like, the little kid in me needs this. the child, my inner child needs this. So that was how that whole thing came together. So that became my kid dream turned into my adult dream. But I could actually do that, so we did. Yeah. Lance says your viewers always actually follow when you give them a shout out. Debug love. You know, we got a pretty awesome community here, Lance, and I feel like a lot of the people that hang out on this channel are kind of the people that I would feel are kind of like from old Twitch, like the old gaming guard of Twitch. So whenever we shout people out and we're like, oh yeah, they're serious gamers. It's funny how much higher the rate of following is. I feel like the second my community is like, wait, they stream games? And I know they're not like an IRL. Okay, cool. We'll check them out. We'll check them out. We'll give them a chance. I like that a lot. Yeah. Okay. You are beaten. Let's head this way. We need to go to here. And we need to go to here. So I think we need to go up here. Let's hit those. And then we'll go up here. I know we went up here. Oh, we took a thing from the goal mask guy. We took a little teleport thing, didn't we? But this is our goal. Our goal is here. That's where we're heading. Somebody from Lyric Stream recommended Cohh, and that's why I ended up here a couple years ago. Nice, man. Yeah, Lyric's good people, dude. He's more OG than I am in terms of like the gaming guard. That's for sure. Wait, isn't like a boss here or something? Is that here? Oh, okay, hold up. Yep, there he is. Okay. I knew he was somewhere. This guy was so easy on our other character. There's gonna be a nightmare on this guy. Bro, he's taking 0 damage. He doesn't bleed. There we go. Bro, is he seriously too high? You have got to be kidding me! Miyazaki, what are you doing? Oh god, what is he doing? Bro, that man just sat on my head. Oh god. Oh god! I don't understand how we're not even, like, how are we even surviving right now? How is this guy almost dead? Freaking awesome, man. I was not expecting that. We'll take it. We will freaking take it. Okay. Cool. It gives me a little hope for the DLC. Just a little hope. Little hope. The tiniest, smallest bit. DLC prep? Yep, this is our new character. Well, new. This is actually our original DLC character, but I switched him to the Colidin, and we started the 10 sub challenge per death about midway through prepping this character. So now that I've beaten it on the Colidin, we're back on this guy. And what I'm doing now is, this is a dex-based, no summon, no shield playthrough. So this is a very different flavor than what we've already done. Very different. Hey, Portessa. Absolutely awesome, dude. The best to you. That's fantastic, man.
Smoldering with that wretched flame of ambition.
What? Who was that? Is that him? The hell? I totally forgot about this. Margit Jr. No, I'm sure we've seen this before, but I don't remember if we did this on our other guy. If we did, it was quick. Wow, dude, I'm having zero opportunity to attack him. Oh, I'm out of healing. Oh, shoot. Oh, I didn't heal since we did... Uh-oh. I have made a huge mistake. That's okay. We'll just die real quick. I was like, if that doesn't do it, we're dead. That worked out nicely. No way, dude. Okay, we'll take it. Okay, fine.
Applause.
I guess. That was ridiculous. First time sub coming over as a seeking sanity. Any advice for a complete noob at Souls games starting ER for the first time? Tiggs, what I would recommend if you're a brand new ER Souls player, go watch my ER2 difficult or ER2 hard. I have a video, and what it talks about is how a lot of people have said ER is too hard, but it kind of goes over the different ways you can enjoy the game. I would say check that video out, and that'll give you a good starting point. On that note, just some quick recommendations for you. Just make sure you go early vigor. I'd say start with a confessor, a samurai, or like a hero. Definitely, there's lots of things to make your experience very fun for your first run. I would definitely recommend using summons. Like, don't make your first run a huge, horrible, hard experience unless you want it to. If you want a punishing, brutal, classic Dark Souls-like experience, you can absolutely get that from this game if you want it. But you can also have a very fun, much more relaxed, do not need to have a perfect build or nail every dodge kind of playthrough if you want to. So just keep in mind, you got options. You got options. Yep.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here.
Should we make a first-time Elden
Shall I
Ring
share
player
them with
video?
you?
Maybe.
Hear me, make of a shooting a mounting. Shall I turn? Let my hand share them with me.
Maybe we'll do that someday. I should probably wait until my voice is a little better. We'll give it a couple days. I don't need it. We don't need to, like, do anything fast. That's fine. Do I really? Hold on. Wow. How many golden seeds do we have? Oh, we only have 2. We must have done an upgrade recently. Okay. Makes more sense. Cohh, can you give advice for 30 to 50 in Elden Ring, says Pomegranate? Do you mean levels 30 to 50? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, we already have like an Elden Ring first time video. Yeah, that should be fine. 2 years ago? Yeah, sure. I mean, I should probably make a new one with especially after all the discourses happened recently, but that's a great starting point. Yep. Okay. One sec. Okay, we're good. All caught up. That's fair. So from here, what's that? Let's check that out real quick. What was your favorite boss of the DLC? I had lots. I mean, I feel like my de facto standard answer to that is probably Bale, just because, like, I've never had an NPC add so much as Egon did to the Bale fight. It was a movie experience. Like, it was incredible. And the whole fight itself it was like watching a movie. It was incredible. But in terms of like just raw bosses, I really enjoyed Mesmer. I really enjoyed Bale. I really enjoyed, I don't want to talk about like the end game stuff. I don't want to get into spoiler territory. There was a certain large vegetation boss that I really enjoyed. Yeah. What was the worst boss? Oh yeah, Midra was awesome. I love Midra. I mean, I guess it really matters on what you mean by worse. Like, do you mean like the most, like the hardest, or the one with the cheapest mechanics, or like you know, none of them were bad. I didn't not enjoy any of them. I guess I could arguably say the Night of Solitude was super boring, but I guess that's about it. Like the Solitude bosses, like one of the first bosses you fight, he's just kind of boring, I guess. But I will say this. I do feel like the second phase of the end boss is really difficult. But I will say that I feel that people said the same thing about Millennia, and I think as people learn the fight, it'll become clearer and clearer that there's a lot of ways to get around it. So it's a little early to say that fight is overtuned yet. I think just the community hasn't really learned to deal with it as a whole. Like, when the Millennia fight came out, there were people that were like, this fight's impossible. What were they thinking putting this in? This is crazy. Like, I remember that. And now here we are with Millennia, and we have like cheese tactics against her. And it's like during one of her most strong moves, you just turn the camera off and walk under her. So it's like, you know, I feel like there's going to be a lot of that with the end boss of the DLC. But I think there's also some very valid criticism in the fact that like you can't see some of the moves that hit you and stuff like that. So we'll see if that gets adjusted. But yeah, I wouldn't go as far as saying that it was by, you know, an unfair or bad fight or anything like that. I loved the fight, especially with our build and everything. So that was super cool. Dude, when that hits, it is beautiful. Oh man, that is delicious. Are there any items that make weapon enchants last longer? Is that a thing? Like extends the duration? Is any, are any of those actually worth it? There are? Is it actually worth it, or is it just like 20% more or something dumb? How does chat feel about that? Not worth it? Old Lord gives you 30%? Okay. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Oh! Bro taking his time, coming up behind me, damn. Belated happy birthday. Also want to say I don't usually hang out here because huge streams scare me, but your vibes are fantastic. Well, thank you, Regent of Origin. To be fair, I'm horrifying. Yeah, I'm a very scary person. Especially with my voice like this. When I start yelling, but anyway, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for saying something in chat. That's awesome, dude. We love when people hang out with us here. One of the things we try to do in this channel is if you noticed, we don't allow any kind of copy pasta. So we really try to, even though there's a lot of people here, we try to really open up the channel so people can actually like talk to each other, say hi to each other, have discussions. You know, like that's a big theme of this. One of the big things I wanted to do with this channel early was I led MMO guilds for like 10 years. And one of my favorite things to do dude, I would log in to talk to my guildmates in MMOs that I had already mentally checked out of. Just because I wanted to get on and talk to them and say hi to them and everything. And one of the things I wanted to do is kind of with Twitch is I kind of wanted to recreate that guild chat feeling with our chat room. That's like the vibe we're going for. Like combine cheers with a guild chat. And that's pretty much the vibe we're going for in this channel. So, of course, just like in a guild chat, you don't want some jackass spamming spam so none of you can talk to each other. That's one of the reasons we don't do that here. Yeah, so it's the same vibe. Yep. Exact same vibe. Hi, Dwarmir. How are you, buddy? Hi. Okay. Cool. So anyway, very long-winded answer to a short-winded question. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out so we can travel down here without any problems. Bro just dodged me perfectly by standing up. I'm impressed. I think there's one more on this side we'll get to. What MMOs did I play back in the day? Pretty much everything since EverQuest. EverQuest, Anarchy Online, Dark Age of Camelot, Warhammer Online, Age of Conan. All of them except it's quicker for me to say what MMOs I didn't play. I didn't play World of Warcraft. I didn't play Ultima Online. I didn't play Asheron's Call. I didn't play Star Wars Galaxies. Because I was an EverQuest kid. I grew up in Norath. So I was doing other things when those games came out. Many of those games I really wish I played, especially Ultima Online and Star Wars Galaxies. I had so many friends that played those games and would just relay stories to me nonstop, especially Ultima Online. Apparently, like some of the coolest PvP stories I've ever heard, ever, were in Ultima Online. And there's just been like no real game since then that has the sandbox that allows for those opportunities. Like I feel like these days devs are too scared to do that kind of stuff. Because frankly, in a sandbox like that, there's so many opportunities for players to get griefed and have bad times that I think most devs are way too afraid of that. They don't play into it. There are some, don't get me wrong, there are some devs that like the, what is it, Mortal Online and those guys, like they, I feel like they still do it. But yeah, it's a different world, man. It's a different world. I don't know if we'll ever see MMOs like that again to that scale. I hope so. I just got really turned on to this game called Monsters and Memories, which apparently is a very faithful kind of EverQuest 1 reskin. They just had a public test recently. One of my streaming buddies, Tangent, was playing it. One of my other streaming buddies, Elo, I was talking to him, Elohim, about he's playing it too. So we may have to check that out, man. I was originally going to pass it up because I thought that it looked like a worse looking EverQuest. And I was like, I don't really want a worse looking EverQuest 1. But I don't know if the screenshots I looked at back in the day were just old, but I saw Tangent playing it and it looked good. It looked a lot better than I thought it was, so may have to check it out next playtest. What were my opinions on Dark Age of Camelot? Absolutely love Dark Age of Camelot. Darkness Falls, to this day, is one of the coolest ideas for a dungeon ever. Like Darkness Falls was amazing, conceptually and implementation-wise. Absolutely loved it.